The big freeze gets even colder, with temperatures set to drop to -20 in parts of the UK. We'll look at the preparations and the impact on the NHS.
Hello there. The rest of this week is going to remain very cold, certainly very cold at night, and we have further risk of snow and ice for northern and western areas.
We're going to be talking a lot this morning and over the next few days about the wintry weather that's forecast to tighten its grip again on many parts of the UK. And that means the gritting trucks are out on the roads.
Including this one in Sheffield.
Where else?
Jessica Ennis-Chill, get it? And that is, in fact, the real Jess Ennis-Hill, right next to her very own... It's not her own gritter, it's just got her name on it.
Wouldn't that
That's
be
from
nice?
Yesterday.
To clear her own drive and parking space outside the house.
I'm sure if she asked them nicely, they'd go round. We
love those gritter puns every year. Makes us smile, but the weather over the next few days won't necessarily make us smile. But have you got a gritter named after you, Carol?
No.
Right?
Yet? Oh, that will change
we need
today.
to get one, don't we?
Yeah, that will change today.
Maybe we need to buy one ourselves and then we can guarantee it.
Yes.
But you're quite right. It's going to be bitter over the next few days, especially so over the next few nights. In fact, temperatures in higher ground in northern Scotland could fall to -20. That's on Thursday night into Friday morning, but at lower levels, even -15. So you certainly will notice that. So a cold blast is certainly on the way. And it's going to be cold by day as well. And just before I go, I'll give you a quick look at those temperatures. This is what it'll be like in towns and cities, but locally, in sheltered areas, it could fall away to -12 tonight. So a bitterly cold night to come tonight, and especially on Thursday.
So we're used to the higher ground being particularly cold, but this is much more widespread.
Yes, it's lower level ground too, Sal. Quite right. Thursday night into Friday that we could see the really low temperatures. As I mentioned, -20 on higher ground in northern Scotland, -15, -16 in parts of northern England, even a little bit lower than that in the North Pennines.
And that is colder than we've had in a long time, isn't it, Carol?
Yes, it is. We haven't seen -20 for a good few years, about 10 years.
God, which is so worrying for people, isn't it? And any sense yet of how sustained a cold snap we're looking at?
It looks like it's going to turn that bit milder as we head into the weekend, as we start pulling in the weather from the Atlantic, so not as cold by day or night. Okay. But certainly, if you're out and about these next few nights, wrap up warmly. The other thing to watch out for, of course, is ice. Now, as we go through the next couple of days, we continue in this cold theme, but -20 is something to be reckoned with.
It is. I love the way you said very optimistically, if you're heading out for the night. It's too cold, Carol. Stay in.
Oh, bless you. You're just used to your wild parties.
Yeah, exactly. That is true.
You're heading out for the night. Don't.
We might cancel.
See you later, Carol.
Good morning, everyone. We've got some Weather Watcher pictures in this morning showing clear skies. There's a lot of those around. This one's in Leeds. See the stars, it's beautiful, but that's allowed the temperature to plummet. We've got lying snow in Northern Ireland. More snow for you to come today as well. And I'm glad to say it's a quieter day today, but it is turning much colder, especially by night. Good morning to you too. Does this picture not make you feel cold with the snow lying on the ground? It's taken this morning in Derbyshire. And really today, once again, we are looking at further snow showers coming in across the far north and the west. We're looking at temperatures dropping potentially as low as -15 to -20 in places. Now, one of our weather watchers sent us in this picture this morning from London. It's Richmond. Look at the pond. Oh, it just looks cold, and the frosty, icy conditions that we have at the moment. There is the risk of ice generally this morning if you are travelling.
Gosh, but I mean, how unusual is it to have so many low temperatures, so much blue on that map, right across the country? Yeah.
Across the country, because it's winter, that's not that unusual. But as you mentioned, John, the extremely low temperatures are much more unusual. They're not the lowest we've ever recorded. That was -27.2 in both Braemar and also Altnahara. But it still is bitterly cold, so it's unusual rather than exceptional. Back at home, what we're looking at is completely different weather. It's much, much colder than it has been, and it's going to get colder as we head on through the next couple of nights. The last time we saw -20 was in February 2021.
And it's the nights that are going to be particularly cold.
That's right, Sal. And these extreme temperatures are the exception, not the rule.
Good afternoon. It is a cold day. We started off with temperatures below zero and a widespread hard frost. This afternoon stays cold, it stays cloudy, and we've got some rain, sleet and snow added into the mix, at least for some.
Yeah, we've had flooding, we've had snow, and the next thing in store for us weather-wise, Chris, these really bitterly cold temperatures on the way.
Yeah, we're going to easily smash the lowest temperature of winter so far. Thursday night is the really cold night to watch out for, but even before we get there, there will be a few issues with the weather. Plenty of sunshine across northern areas of the UK, but it's cold, and we do have wintry showers for northern Scotland, parts of Northern Ireland too.
Much needed because it's freezing today. And I want to talk to you about snow. Last weekend, a slight dusting.
Yeah.
Possibly a lot more tonight.
Well, the warning area is now being extended to cover the whole of London, and there is some falling. It's not really settling. I mean, there's a little bit settling here or there, but we're not expecting much accumulation. But, you know, even a tiny bit of snow can still be a pain and cause a bit of hassle. So if you are heading out, just watch out for that. But look at this. This was 340 years ago, in 1684, it was so cold that the Thames froze and they had frost fair on it. Apparently the ice got to like a foot deep. Can you imagine that?
No, I can't.
It's very romantic. Hopefully not too stinky, actually. Yes. Well, if it wasn't. If it was frozen, it would be nice. But anyway, here's the forecast for tonight. Let's take a look. Hello again. Now, I hope you had a lovely day. Look at these deer here, fighting in the frost. Home from home, hey? And how about this for a haircut? I think people would pay a lot of money for this. This is Doodle, apparently, looking very stunning there. Now, our weather for the rest of this evening is going to stay really cold. I mentioned we've got the potential for snow, winter sunshine as we go on into tomorrow, and then cloudier for Friday. Look at Friday. This system is heading our way. However, it looks like that high pressure might halt it, so perhaps we'll probably stay dry on Friday at the moment. We'll keep an eye on that for you. Into Saturday, fairly settled, but probably the best of any sunshine the further east you live, maybe cloudier the further west. You can see our temperatures wherever you are, whatever time it is, are going to be feeling really cold. That's it. I'll see you later on. Cheerio.
Good evening to you. It's staying very cold here for the next few days with severe overnight frosts. Thursday night we could be looking down, temperatures down to -15 to -20 Celsius. It's a wintry mix of weather out there across our region. We've got a weather front which has been affecting the south of England, bringing some sleet and snow. Next few days staying cold with some very cold nights to come.
Wintry showers for northern Scotland and into Northern Ireland as well. Further south, a band of rain readily started to turn to snow here in the hills of Devon, caused a few issues on the A38, and the Met Office have issued an amber snow warning for this. Over the high ground,
And again, more weather warnings today. I don't know why I'm smiling. More cold weather to come. Tell us the worst, Alex.
More snow warnings actually in place at the moment. In fact, we've got some wintry pics to show you. Had this band of rain move up from the south, which I was talking about on last night's programme. That did happen, and this is the result. This was Lewis in Sussex a short time ago. I can tell you that we had snow at Gatwick Airport, and there's also warnings in place out towards the southwest. In fact, it's an amber warning, which we can take a look at right now. That does actually expire at 9 o'clock this evening, so hopefully the worst is already happened, and we should start to see things easing as we head through the next couple of hours or so. But we do have these other snow and ice warnings in place across northern parts of Scotland and also for Northern Ireland. Let's take a quick look at the warnings for tomorrow, and you can see as we move through, we lose that snow warning across the south, but the snow and ice warnings out towards the north and across the west stay very much in place. There's still some wintry weather to watch out for. As for the air mass setup, well, I'm afraid it does stay on the cold side as we head through the next few days. In fact, you are going to notice that real chill in the air as you wake up tomorrow morning. You can see the jet stream is to the south. That's still allowing that cold Arctic air to move down through the British Isles. So what does it mean for us tonight? Well, we're going to take a look at the nighttime temperatures for towns and cities in just a second, but I wanted to pull out the rural temperatures because it is going to be feeling very raw out there. Let's take a quick look at what we could expect across the north. As you can see, down to -13 or 14 for some sheltered glens of Scotland. So very cold indeed. Icy stretches, not to mention perhaps some freezing fog as we wake up tomorrow morning. So still a little tricky on the roads if you're going to be in that morning rush hour. The good news is I think as we head towards the end of this week, the weather warnings will start to die down. Still chilly, but something looking a little milder towards next week.
All right, we'll have to make do with that for the moment then, Alex. Thank you.